are back, ladies and gentlemen, with Tanya Bain and Shanette Beasley. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. We're
I
really
am
excited.
so excited to have you ladies here.
Thank you.
Please share with us what we're talking about today because I'm so excited.
Okay. Well, today we're here to talk about the Now We Know campaign.
Okay.
And this is a campaign that's going across the country, letting women and the men that love them know about the health concerns that are associated with our leading brand, Sanitary Napkins.
Yes.
And the Inspire Network has brought this to the United States, so we're excited to get everyone educated so that they can become aware and know that they now have a healthier alternative than using what's being sold in the stores today.
Yes, how I was introduced to the Now We Know campaign and Inspire Networks was by a friend. And we were just visiting together, and she asked me a question.
Yeah.
And it's a question I think everyone really should think about. She asked me if I had information to share with you that could potentially save the life of a woman that you loved and care about. Would you want to know?
Yeah.
And my answer was yes.
Yeah.
And she shared a video with me that really, it really blew my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, because it was a 5-minute video, and very quickly it talked about the effects of the chemicals that are in the sanitary napkins and the potential effects of those chemicals and what they could do to the women that are using them. And immediately it struck me as this is something I needed to do something about. And that's kind of the reaction that we get when we share that message with people as well.
You see, I got my glasses on. I was blown away when I saw the video.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, like, the sanitary napkins, they can cause fibroids, ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, even miscarriages and tumors because of the toxins. I was like, I was blown away. I was like, oh my God. I just felt like I needed to, like, seriously, like, and all the other stuff.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes.
There are many health concerns associated with
Yeah.
our leading brand, Sanitary Napkins. And if you Google health concerns with sanitary napkins, the list is long.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to mention the ones that you just said, but even from day-to-day things that we think are normal,
Yeah.
like yeast infections and UTIs and things of that nature.
Yeah.
The other thing that was very impressive for me when I went to my first focus group were the testimonies of the young women, and were testimonies from young women as early as 16 years old in one of the focus groups that I went to, and just their experience immediately after beginning to use the product.
Yeah.
They began having, the cycles were reduced. Their testimonies include no longer having any menstrual cramps. And the
that's
thing
right.
about the topic, it's kind of a topic that isn't easily discussed.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's so important that we just kind of pull back the curtain and talk about, what the potential harmful effects are for our women. It's just incredible. The Now We Know Foundation is also, a leader in, bringing that awareness to all of the men and the women. That could potentially be harmed, by those particular products.
Isn't it something, because when I was coming up and we were having our times, like, we never sat down and had the mom, daughter,
Right.
Or auntie or grandparent talking to you about, I mean, it was like when you had your time, it was time.
Right.
We never got this knowledge of everything, of what it entails, what's involved in the making and the processing. I have a granddaughter that's on her way, so I'm glad now I know,
Right.
because I wouldn't have known.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, it is, and that's another thing. I have a daughter,
Yeah.
who, her testimony is great. She would come to me every month, and she would just say, I need some Tylenol, and I would know.
Yeah.
And so the next time after I heard about the product, I had her try it, and she came to me and within 15 minutes, and said, I don't have any cramps. We've had so many people, when we have our focus groups and the different places we've gone across the country that have testimony. So it's not something that they're not claims that we're trying to make.
Right.
It's facts.
Wow.
Okay, it's facts and results that are happening as a result of people being educated
Yes.
to make the change.
Absolutely. And I just want to pick up off of Ms. Tanya's point.
Yeah.
And as you were saying, you sat down, or you didn't get to sit down with your
Right.
mom, auntie, your grandma to have a conversation.
Yeah.
But what we're realizing is they didn't know what's being put in today's products.
Right.
So they were unable to tell you. But the information is available now. We just don't know to look for it. And that is what our campaign is all about, educating ladies so that they can become aware, because they're not telling us what they're putting in the products.
Right.
But we can get all of that information.
Right on,
So what?
right.
How did you guys get involved in Now We Know? Like, were you reading it? Because I know my daughter, when she's like, because she make life decisions on cheese. Okay, so when she's reading, I'm looking at her. I'm like, well, what's taking her so long? Is that what you guys were doing? I mean, like to.
I would say what first brought me into the movement was I first saw the video as well. A friend of mine, Ms. Stacy Dupree, sent me the video. I watched it and I was like, what is this man gonna tell me about a sanitary napkin?
Right.
And like you said, after watching the video, it blew my mind. I knew nothing.
Right.
And from that moment on, just watching the video, I was like, that's a product that me and my daughter, we're gonna use that.
Yeah.
Then the founders actually came to Wilmington in March of 2017, and I went to an actual focus group, and just listening to the testimonies of the ladies in the room talk about how much pain they used to be in before Cherish, how they did not have to stay at home. They were able to go to work. They were able to go to school during their cycle.
Yeah.
Just listening to those testimonies, I knew then that I had to join the movement so that I could educate others and also be able to provide the product to them, because the product is only sold through an independent distributor. So you have to know someone to get the product. And I was going to make sure I was the one that they knew.
Wow. So if someone needs to get the product like today or after the show or tomorrow morning, how do you get it?
Well, each of the distributors has it's our own business. That's the other beauty of it as well. We are entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So each, you have the opportunity, if you're interested, to become an entrepreneur, and we talk about that at our focus groups, as well, if someone is interested. But for example, my website is cherishforyou.com.
Okay.
All right. And Shanette, you want to share yours?
And my website is painfreeperiod.com.
I love that.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yes, so that is the way to do that. We are also on Facebook. You can find us under our name, okay? But through an independent distributor is the way to go. We also have focus groups, and we've been really across the country and internationally as well. So, the product is, that's another important thing. It's about women.
Yes.
Okay, it's about children. It's about the men in our lives. Because in addition to the products for women, we also have a Right to Fight campaign for the men that's addressing the prostate health concerns as well. So across the board, it's just a lot of information that we're sharing.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with Around Town with your host, me, Elizabeth Perkins. And tonight we are going to be doing a demonstration with Ms. Tanya Bain and Shanette Beasley.
All right, and we're going to involve you as well. All right. So we're going to do a demonstration so that people become aware of a lot of the information around the particular pads themselves. We do want to say up front that we are not making any kind of health claims. You know, you can look all this information up online. You can Google it yourselves. And so we're just here to educate. We're not here to bash. So we're going to start right away with the pad. This is a pad that people are always familiar with. It's a competitor's pad. And the first thing we want to talk about is take a look at the pad, and you see how it's sealed.
Yeah, it's got that little clip, and you can. Yeah,
exactly. So when you think about, I don't know, and when I would have it in my pocketbook, the opportunity for things to get in this sanitary napkin would make it a bit of an unsanitary napkin. In addition to that, the seal that is used is actually used the same type of material that is used with a duct tape. And part of the reason why it's not sealed all the way around is because it's possible that there could be some chemical effects of having that type of sealing. Now, if you look at our product here, the Cherish Sanitary Napkin, it is sealed all the way around. All right?
Oh, yeah.
And the product that we use to seal it is a plant-based biodegradable product.
Okay.
So all healthy.
Plant-based biodegradable.
Degradable product, okay? All natural.
All natural.
All right. All natural. So the next thing we want you to do is, this is the popular sanitary napkin. I just want you to feel this, and then feel the Cherish sanitary napkin as well.
Oh.
So tell me about the difference that you feel.
I feel a lot of cushioning and stuff in here,
Mhm.
a lot of threading, but it would be a little irritated, you know, having to be where it has to be.
Yes.
And
in our
this
more
one is a more smooth, comfortable feel.
Very good. So
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. So this is, again, in the most precious part of your body. It is, you know, not as comfortable, and our product is thinner.
Right.
Okay, you can see that from the size of the
when
pads
we were
themselves.
younger, we would think bulky was better.
Yes, okay. So the
Yeah.
question we're going to move to right now, the big
Yeah.
question is about absorbency.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would think that this is an 8-hour pad. I don't know, 8 to 10-hour pads is what the claims are. But we have interviewed women, and women have said that I don't think this pad has lasted 8 or 10 hours. Okay,
leaking.
never ever lasted 8 or 10
Nah,
hours.
lot of
Okay.
leaking.
All right, and what I want to inform you about here, included in this, this pad is made from wood fibers, okay, and reprocessed materials. So yes, and our products are made from 100% cotton. All right, so not only is it softer, but it's made from an all natural material as well. All right, if you see here, if you notice here, you'll see that there is a blue dye there.
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine when that gets wet, that dye is, again, on the closest part of your body.
Right.
A woman's body is 98%, 98.6 degrees. And, you know, you just kind of do, you know, that's how some of the bacteria is formed.
Right.
Okay. All right. So we are going to do the absorbency test. I love this. All right, so what we have here, we've pre-measured out, and I want you to confirm here, that's 50 milliliters
Yeah.
of liquid, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour that liquid, all right here on the product.
Now, gynecologists have told us that a woman exudes about 15 to 50 milliliters per day while they're on their cycle. So we're going to put the pads to the test and use the 50 milliliters and see which one comes out.
Okay, and while I'm pouring that one, I'll do this for the sake of time as well. Oh, let's confirm. What do we have here?
50 milliliters.
50 milliliters, all right, so let's get that in there. All right, next we'll do our Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. All right, so we're pouring it, I'm pouring it the same way that I did on the other pad. The same amount of water. Okay. All right, so we have the water in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the absorbency test.
Okay.
So we're going to place this napkin on the pad.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to put you to work here.
Okay.
All right, I want you to press down on that.
Oh, I can touch
Yes,
it.
you can touch it. You may not want to, but you can touch it. Press down hard, hard. Let's give
Oh,
it.
I'm not even barely touching it, and it's all wet.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we're
Glad
going
that's
to.
water.
Glad that's water. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So here we have, and it was sitting there a little bit longer. That's what we have from the other pad. Now what I want you to do
I'm
is.
gonna do my dry hand on that.
Okay. Very good. Do your dry
Do
hands.
my dry hand.
Press down hard.
There you go, press. Are you pressing?
Yeah,
Are you pressing?
I'm beating the table with this thing. Oh wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. So here we have the 8 to 10 hour napkin
Yeah.
and
Oh wow.
The Cherish.
The Cherish.
Completely dry.
completely dry.
Yeah.
So again, this is on your body. This is the 8 to 10 hour pad. Let's
Right.
go ahead and feel this.
I don't want to feel that no more. That's too wet for me.
All right, so now Shanette is going to
That's dry.
do the rest.
This is completely dry.
Completely dry. And of course, we never thought to dissect our pads, but I'm going to break the pads down and show you what's inside of each of them.
Okay.
So we can talk a little bit more about what the pads are made of.
You broke no pad down before.
Yes. So we'll start with Exhibit A, which is a pad that we can find in the stores.
The wet one.
Yes, the wet pad. Of course, we know we have to change this pad multiple times out of the day.
Oh, yeah.
It never does what it says it's going to do. 8 hours, no, that's never. So the first layer of this pad is a synthetic material, and I want you to feel it. It's more of a rayon or a plasticky
Yeah.
material. And is that dry or wet?
It's wet.
That is wet, and it's abrasive. When we rub it, we can hear it. The next layer is what they call their dry weave. It is actually just blue dye. And as Ms. Tanya stated, when we sit down, stand up, sit down, that blue dye is
Yeah.
just going back into our bodies.
Wow.
I want to show you the absorbency system, which is actually made of the wood fibers and recycled papers. That's all this
Recycled paper?
is. They're using a 6 to 8 step bleaching process to make these wood fibers and recycled papers white. The byproduct of that is a chemical called dioxin. And dioxin is 10 times more lethal than cyanide. We have to wear these things for 40 plus years, right?
Right.
So we're going to take a cup, and as you can see, one of them has less water in it and one has more. I'm going to place the absorbency system of the store brand into the cup with the least amount of water, and we're going to see if it continues to do what it's supposed to do, which is absorb. The last layer of the pad, see that? That is nothing but a plastic bag.
Oh, yeah.
The top layer of our Cherish
Wow.
sanitary napkin is made with a soft
Plastic
cotton.
bag.
Take that off, and as we can see, it just blows in the wind there.
Yeah.
Airlaid.
Oh, wow, that feels good and dry.
And dry, absolutely. So
That
that's
is
what we
dry.
want next to our most precious area.
Right.
This is the magic.
The magic strip here, we have our negative ion strip. And negative ions appear naturally in nature. I want you to Google the benefits of the negative ion strip. But what it actually helps us with is it helps relax the uterus. It helps with pain and inflammation, helps reduce odors, helps balance our pH, and the list is long. Google it and you get all the information. But this is the magic within
That's
the pad.
magic. Wow.
The next layer is a layer of airlaid paper that we have wrapped around our absorbency system. But I'm going to take the absorbency system out, which is a polymer. It can hold up to 300 times its weight in liquid. I put it in the cup with the most amount of water. And this is that airlaid paper.
Oh, wow.
The last
That's
layer
comfortable.
of our Cherish sanitary napkin is actually made with a biodegradable material.
Okay.
And as I get it up here, we can see that it actually tears
And it's
pretty easily.
It actually sticks, too.
Absolutely.
We need that.
Yeah, we definitely need that. But this has water channels in it that will pull the moisture down to the bottom of the sanitary napkin. Real quick, we're going to take a look and see which absorbed. So we have the 2 cups. Did
Right.
this absorb anything? Not at all. This absorbency
I
system
wouldn't
still
want
has
that on
water
my
in it.
body.
Our Cherish sanitary napkin,
Oh wow.
you can't get a drop out of it. If I were to turn this cup over,
Oh wow, look at
we
that.
have turned a liquid into a solid. This is why you're staying
Wow.
dry, ladies. This
Yes.
is why you need Cherish. So it's a safe, natural alternative, and you're dry all day.
All right, very good. So we finished our demonstration, and if you want to see a live demonstration and participate in our focus group and hear about our great products, we're having a demonstration on Sunday, January the 28th at the Jester Crossing Community House. At 2 p.m., from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So we want you to come on out. You can also give us a call at area code 302-218-0677 for more information. And you can also reach Ms. Jeanette Beasley at 302-983-8049. Thank you. We're very happy to have been here.